Good day, everyone. So nice to meet you once again. Yeah, today we'll know more about the SaveChain. So for that, stay tuned. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, hi guys. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you for having here, and also just waiting for you. And today, I'm very excited for this evening. First of all, I just want to thank everyone for having here. And also today we'll know more about the safe chain first of all. So could you please introduce yourself a little bit and also your experiences in the crypto space?
Yeah, sure. My name is Igor Khmel. I'm CEO and the founder of SaveChain. My experience in crypto space, I first basically was in crypto since 2012. 2012, I was randomly met Brian Armstrong, the founder of Coinbase in Woodside, so in the Bay Area. At that time, I just graduated from Stanford Business School, and we and my friends, we crashed one of the houses Y Combinator startups. And this was basically, there were three engineers there. They're doing like some crypto exchange. And there was Brian with a couple of his senior engineers, and he opened for me Coinbase account. It was August 2012, and give me like a promo $10, one Bitcoin to that account. So I forgot about this for 4 years. In 2016, I remember it and activated the account. There was a Bitcoin there. Later I sold it like for 3K. And and at that time I come back already like a product to the blockchain. So I started to build products and protocols. And since that I was doing like 2017 I did a BankX protocol for security token issuance and that is pivoted to several more products. So, and this is how the chain started last year. Yeah, it's quickly about
Uh,
yeah.
okay, yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Happy to know about your project and so forth. So yeah, could you say more about in detail, like what is SaveChain actually, and also could you say some of your features and the benefits?
Mhm. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so chain. Just quickly before going to chain about my background, it's mixed. So I was like doing crypto, but I was a banker. So I was head of innovation lab and created innovation lab in the biggest bank in Eastern Europe called Sberbank. And when I was working for the bank, I saw the big problem. It's basically the custody and centralized financial institutions. So the people, the banks were difficult to develop and grow over cross border and to get new clients because they had centralized custodial treasury. And yeah, and one of my classmates, by the way, he founded Revolut in London. So Nick Staronsky, and right now, they already raised like $2 billion, and they're still like struggling to get UK bank license because they're custodial as well. So I see this is like the main problem, like of the general like global finance, that is the centralized financial institutions that has this custody, and they cannot like grow cross border, and the people cannot open bank accounts so easily because they're missing some documents, and the regulation in different countries different, and sometimes too restrictive to people, and that's why there are so many underbanked people. So the people who like uh, for instance, in the US, like there is around like 11 millions of the bank people, the people who make money here, who like have a job, but they cannot really use the full banking services because they're missing some of these documents, or they have credit history, or etc. So, uh, so that's why I come up with the idea of SaveChain, so to build a financial institution, so kind of or technological financial institution, yeah, similar to Revolut or PayPal or Venmo, with the one big difference. In the center of it there is a non-custodial wallet, so self-treasury account. This means the core is controlled by users, and this financial institution that is not regulated as a custodial or as a bank. That's why it's much easier to open account here, and much easier to integrate this cross-border. So, and this works in the way that there is non-custodial wallet. It supports it's like if you compare the regular wallet and SaveChain wallet, we call it not even wallet, we call it account. It's SaveX account. So SaveX account is different from normal wallet in the way that it works only for stable coins. So we did this because we want to do this cross-border in many countries, and we don't want to be have a problems with regulators. So because the stable coins, especially particularly USDC and USDT, they are treated as a stable coins and non-securities in any countries. So and then we also don't want our users deal with gas fees, because we want to serve many people who is not from crypto world. So many people want to use this, probably will use this wallet without even crypto experience. So we cover gas fees. We have like on the back we have a robot which is top up the accounts with the gas fees and make everything free for user. So if you compare like regular wallet with our wallet, regular wallet is more like Android, and our wallet is more like a phone. This means it has limited functionality from like crypto perspective, but it's perfect for the person who never used crypto before. So the people don't even feel that they're using crypto, because they see this is just a dollar account, and they don't have a deal with the gas fees. Is there, but all the transactions on the public chain, but they don't need to top up gas. And finally, we have keyless recovery. So if the user is losing his phone, which is like very common, yeah, or the phone gets stolen. So if you're a bank customer, then you can just call the bank or install the application and get access to your funds again. And if you're like a crypto wallet customer and you don't have seed phrase somewhere like backup, then you basically lost your funds. So we created a keyless recovery when basically the user can recover the seed phrase while because it's restored on like 3 different pieces, and they can recover using like one of backup shares. So the process is called keyless recovery, and we use for that Shamir shared secret algorithm, and in the future we're going to use multi-party computation.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir, for the detailed information. So people, if you want to know more about the SaveChain, just check out on our community, and also make sure to join on their social link, and also you can visit out their website. So get back to the next question. Like SaveX is your blueprint for the global self-custody borderless banking platform. Could you say what you are trying to bring to the SaveChain in traditional banking system, and why should people choose your SaveChain?
Yeah, sure. So because we are non-custodial, we bring a number of like benefits to people. So one of the benefits it's basically to open account you need like a minimum amount of documents. Yeah. So first, like you opening account as not verified user is the same as you open crypto wallet. This means all we need to know it's only your email address. Then, but at this mode, you don't have access to like financial services. Yeah. So we are launching, preparing to launch right now in the US and Argentina. And each of this country, we're partnering with a payment provider, which is plugged into the wallet with top up functionality. So in the US, it's Stripe, and in Argentina, it's a company called Xcoop. So if you go through KYC process, then you get access to top up and withdraw via Stripe or via Xcoop correspondingly. And then you can top up your wallet with a card transfer with Stripe and like in the US, for instance, buying USDC, and you can then withdraw them in Argentina. So basically, all those two things together, top up and withdraw, means from your perspective, from user perspective, means remittance. So this means you send money from US to Argentina, and we plan to cover the fees for the first like $500 or $1,000 of this top up and withdraw fees to top up and withdraw wallet. And this means that you are sending money from US to Argentina or to another country for free. So basically, our goal is to bring free remittances to people up to $500 or $1,000 per month, and the average check, like for the Mexicans or Argentinians or any other people working like from those countries in the US, when they're sending money back home, it's like $500 per month. So this means those people, they can send money funds home free. So this is like one of the big benefits. Then second one, we plan to introduce partnership, through a partnership, like a capability to open a real US bank account connected to this wallet. So we partner with a company called Synapse, and we will do onboarding, and we will integrate like real bank account with the wallet, so you'll be able to click and transfer funds between wallet and the US bank account, like with one click. And what's interesting, you can open this US bank account even if you are not from United States. So it supports 35 countries, non-residents from 35 countries, including the whole Latin America, including China, India, Vietnam, South Africa, big European Union. So this is like extra feature benefit, which is like very good for people. Some people that want to have just offshore bank account. And in general, you can think about SaveChain, like rich people, they have often this thing called offshore bank account. So they call their private banker in Switzerland, say, yeah, could you please like move like $1 million from this one to the Switzerland? And they keep their funds, big part of the funds, like in Switzerland on this offshore jurisdiction, just as a backup. So this is kind of their savings. So we want to bring democracy and this capability to the normal people. So the people who just have like savings, like $500 per month, maybe like or less. So they can get like similar thing. They can get something like their offshore SaveX account, which is on blockchain, and then with capability to add also yes bank account. So this means you can save money like outside of your currency, outside of your country, and in stable economy. So, and the first country where we're going to right now is Argentina, which is like, you probably know, it's more than 100% inflation right now. And the people like really no way to save money in the local peso. So they need like, pretty much the economy is dollarized, and they're looking to way to save money in dollars. So yeah, and then the people want to build a bit inflation. So they want to beat inflation in peso, and they want to keep dollars. But dollars also has inflation, so they need to do like they'll be looking like for staking products, like you guys are doing, like Vice is doing, in order to beat inflation in the US. So yeah, so this is the kind of the main benefits.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the detailed answer, actually. So yeah, people, you can check out their all the information. So could you say like your expansion program over the world and some the recent activities on the space?
Yeah. Yeah, so as I mentioned, the plan is we have waitlist. Yeah, waitlist is 65 countries. So the people from 65 countries, they want to get their non-custodial wallet integrated with financial services, in particular with the US bank account. Since we're coming from United States, I'm right now in California, and so we are doing like service that is will be comfortable, like to be integrated with US providers and also with many other countries. As you can imagine, as we can do this in the US, we can do this pretty much in many other countries as well. So our expansion right now, it's launching this integration in the US, and also launching integration in the countries where is the biggest need. So where there is like currency devaluation, where there is big inflation. Usually in those countries there is like double exchange rate. So for instance, in Argentina there is official exchange rate, which is around like probably 200 peso per dollar, and there is like black market exchange rate. They call it blue dollar rate. So blue dollar rate, it's around 400 pesos per dollar. So they are 2 times higher than like official exchange rate. So those countries that they have this thing like parallel exchange rates, this is exactly the countries where we can bring a lot of value to people. Because when the people are sending funds there on top of a withdraw, they can like when they're selling the USDT or USDC there, they can benefit from using like a street exchange rate, an official exchange rate. And if you send funds, for instance, to Argentina using Wise, TransferWise, then you will do basically you're gonna lose almost 50% of your money because they use official exchange rate. So that's why we kind of in our expansion we're going first to the countries where there is like big discrepancy between these exchange rates, and there is the benefit of using stablecoins in this country instead of like stablecoin and Rails instead of like Swift. So Argentina is on our list, Venezuela, Colombia, Nigeria, Turkey. So this is the countries that is like the people reaching out to me pretty much every week and asking, can they be like country managers, or can we work with their countries? Can we partner there? So there is a lot of demand in these countries. We have Brazil is a big thing. In Brazil, there is, for instance, taxation for capital withdrawal. So if you go with Brazilian cards like 2 years and to make shopping, so you pay almost like 7% taxes on top of your spendings. If you do Swift from Brazil, it's 1.2%. If you buy USDC on USDT in Brazil, it's 0.3%. So there is a big benefit of using like stable coins to withdraw funds from Brazil instead of like Swift or card. So each country is special, and there is a reasoning. I'm originally Ukrainian, and Ukraine, as you know, there is a war now, and Ukraine, same kind of thing. There is a discrepancy between initial official exchange rate and an official one. So Ukraine is also in our list.
Okay, yeah. So people, yeah, like they have taken so many activities to expand their community all over the world, to help people to make your money through the SaveChain. And also people to know more, you can like join their Twitter, like follow their Twitter, join the Telegram, and also you can ask any question if you have through this EMA. And people get ready with your best question to ask in that after that. So the last question to you, like if people choose the SaveChain, how about their security, and also like could you say how about your security system to save their money?
Yeah, so in the core, sure, security is very important. We treat it very seriously. So we implement zero trust architecture when developing SaveChain. So this means we we don't we make the system that is has security levels not only from like external hack but also from internal. So we don't expect that somebody has some secret, like that just nobody knows, and that's why it's secure. No, there are no secrets. It's basically quite transparent, and it's going to be bulletproof from external attack and also from internal attack. So there is will make it not possible to somebody has like admin with secret password, or we also want to make it it has to get immunity against like some like regulation attack. So for instance, it's some regulator change their mind and decide that it's non-custodial wallet should be regulated, and they want to like froze the wallets or whatever. So we want to make sure that if our application will not be available like in App Store, that people still can like use the wallet or withdraw the funds. So we're making all these like things to make sure that the people get really like independent kind of wallet, independent account, which is they control. The main like the big problem for the people that want to open like non-Americans like bank account in the United States, that the bank can change their mind and want to require them to bring more documents, like and the people are not in the US or they don't have these documents. So and they're closing their accounts and saying you have like 24 hours to withdraw the funds. So in our case, this will not be like that. So you still will really control your account, and nobody like can shut down this for you unless you withdraw funds yourself. So in the application, in terms of like crypto security, we're preparing for our first security audit end of July, and with Zog, and we plan we're gonna do like a bug bounty. We're gonna do like a couple more security audits and institutional finance security certifications. So it's all it's coming one after another. In terms of algorithms, yeah, we're using right now Shamir shared secret, and the private key is divided, split into 3 shares. 1 share is on your cell phone, 2nd share is in our server, and 3rd share is in independent account at AWS that you control. We don't have access to that, and it has separate password. So this means to sign the transactions, you need in the normal mode, you're downloading encrypted share from our server to your phone. You decrypt the share on your phone, and you have out of 2 shares is enough to sign the transaction. In case if you lost your phone, then you log into the AWS independent account with separate password, and you download reserve share from AWS. You download the share from the phone, from our server, and you again recreate the private key on the phone and recreate all 3 shares. So this means basically there is a recovery. It's called chaos recovery process, and nobody except user has access to this recovery account at AWS. Right now, we are looking for insurance provider that will wanna run this account independently from us. Even us right now, we don't have access to your account, so there are no master password or something. It's called key management as storage solution in AWS. It's a special type of AWS services that is fully controlled by end user. So we are looking right now for insurance provider. I mean, negotiations with a few very big insurance companies that will keep. So basically, when we found the provider, so the provider will run this AWS service on behalf of our user, and if the user choose to get insurance, so insurance provider will cover the wallet against hacking for the user. So this will be extra coverage. I know this is probably not for our audience. It's probably not a big deal because it's already covered by blockchain. Yeah, usually nobody doing insurance for non-custodial wallet, but trust me, for the people who never tried crypto before, it's a big deal. So they because they don't know how the private keys works. They don't know how it's why it's safe. They see all this news about hacking. And they want to know that this thing is insured is similar the same way as their bank account. So we are right now want to bring insurance also with $250,000 or more coverage. So the same thing as there is insurance for the banks. So this would be from perspective of regular people that never been in crypto. This is they call it security. So they call it because there is a big institutions that provide insurance for the world. For the people who are inside of crypto. So insurance is okay, but there is also really robust Shamir shared secret and the multi-party computation algorithms that help you basically to make sure that you have a full control of your funds.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir, for answering all the question. And also, people, if you have any more question and query regarding to the SaveChain, you can ask to this AMA, and also after that, you can ask on the Telegram group. No worry. So thank you, sir, for answering all the questions from the introductory part. It's time to take some question from the community. So people are waiting to ask you some question. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay, so the first of all is Skylar. Hello, Skylar.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, guys. Am I audible?
Yeah, ask the question.
Hi, Skylar.
Okay, so can you explain the process of token creation and distribution in SaveChain ecosystem? How does SaveChain address scalability challenges often associated with blockchain networks? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so SaveChain doesn't have their own token, and we do not create tokens. Yeah, so we use the most popular, the most reliable stablecoins. Right now, we are basically using USDC and USDT. We are agnostic on blockchains. So basically, we can work with different chains. So right now, it's in our beta. It's Polygon. So we chose Polygon because it's very low transaction fees and had no history of the big kind of stopping working and the big faults. But we're also talking to many other chains. We're talking to Avalanche, to Algorand, to Tezos, So anything that can bring scalability, good transaction fees, and which is reliable. In terms of token creation, yeah. So as I said, we are not doing any tokens because we don't want to be we want to make sure that we are scaled first of all as a financial service for our users, and that's why staying away from making token, because this will create extra pressure on us from regulators. So you can think about SaveChain as and also we tried not even touch money, because it also creates a requirement for money service business licenses. So we wanna stay really like a non-custodial kind of financial service without really financial service. So just as a technological play. So you can think about us as about for instance, Uber application, which is or Airbnb, which has a lot of taxi services, but not a taxi company. So so hope I answered the question. Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you. Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Skylar, for your question. And also don't forget to follow their all social link. So the next one is Hanabi. Hello, Hanabi.
Hello. Can I ask a question?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually I saw that SaveChain have debit card features. So could you please tell us some requirement to get this debit card? And is the debit card acceptable all countries?
Sure. Yeah, we are right now onboarding several providers for debit card. So the short story is debit card is not live yet. It will be. So in our roadmap, debit card gonna go live in last quarter of this year. So sometime end of fall or December. So debit card is an interesting situation. First of all, debit card is not a bank account. Yeah, so debit card's account is easier to open usually than the bank accounts, and usually the debit cards by itself, they don't have this bank assurance thing, so it's much more flexible and easy to open. But debit cards, it's going to be first of all, it's going to be a virtual prepaid card, to connect it to your wallet with direct transfer from USDC or USDT account to the card and back. So with a debit card, there is a feature regulation from Visa, MasterCard, which is saying that you cannot give debit or Visa cards to people outside of your region. So particular regulations say that there should not be no more than 20% of your customer transactions done outside of the region where is the BIN sponsor. BIN sponsor, this is the financial institution that provides you the particular block of card numbers to use. So that's why this is the main reason why it's very difficult to do a global card out of one jurisdiction, because usually the BIN sponsor don't support this feature. So it's so we choose, that's why, not to go with one global card. Yeah, there is still a way to do that. There is a thing called a waiver. So MasterCard waiver, where you can do from one jurisdiction, but it creates a lot of difficulties, and this card is not really reliable because any moment the BIN sponsor can change their mind. So instead of that, we are going with umbrella BIN sponsors. We are building a network of these BIN sponsors where, depending which country you're coming from, we are choosing BIN sponsor in your region, which is provide a card for you. This is similar how Revolut is doing, for instance. Yeah, they have BIN sponsor per country. So sometimes this could be for instance, in America, we can probably give you the card issued by Mexican bank. You should think in the US it's US bank, etc. You should think about this card as more as your hot wallet. So this means you don't store funds there, and if you're afraid of the banks in this country, or you think this is a card will be not so reliable, just don't think about this as your real account. Yeah, so just a way to spend funds, and this means the funds will be there only for minutes. So when you really need them. So this means the probability of losing funds while they're on the card, they're not so high. So the most important is USDC that you have in your wallet, or money that you have in your bank. Card is just transactional. So, and we will make sure that, so basically right now we are looking where is the biggest kind of number of customers or prospects, and we'll start from these jurisdictions for this card service.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my thanks for your answers. Dexter, can you ask your question?
Okay, thank you. My question is, backer and partners and advisor are very important factor affecting the reputation and success of any project. So, can you name who is the most influential partner on Dexter, SaveChain so far, and what plan do you have to expand to partnership in the upcoming time?
Yeah, in terms of partnership, probably the most influential partner is a company called Stripe, which is like about $100 billion valuation. And we were very lucky to get them as a partner and to onboard in the US, because they basically enable top up and withdrawal of USDC for our customers directly to their wallets. So this is a new product of Stripe, and it's in test mode right now. And we got them because we were admitted to Techstars. Techstars is one of the leading global accelerators, and we found the badge of Techstars called Web3 in Dublin, Ireland, and got admitted to Dublin. They selected 12 projects out of 750, so admission rate was 1.5%. And in Dublin, the biggest financial company in Dublin startup, it's Stripe, because as I found out, basically the Stripe started not in Palo Alto, the Stripe started in Dublin, and this were like Irish founders, and then they moved to Palo Alto and they created second headquarters. So Stripe has two headquarters, one in Dublin, one in Palo Alto, and we because of the Dublin headquarters, we were able to get to this program and to become one of the first partner for Stripe for top-up withdrawal for the cards. So the users directly, basically Stripe directly selling USDC to users and send this to the SaveChain wallet. SaveChain has nothing to do with the transaction in terms of money. We do not touch the money. So this is one big partnership. Then we got also very good partnership in Argentina. It's a company called Xcoop, and the Xcoop founder CEO is our advisor and helping us with the customer acquisition and the go-to-market strategies and payment on ramps in Argentina and then in other countries. So they have a license for these countries, and we're building also their relationship with insurance companies, as I said, to provide insurance cover. Also building relationship with asset managers. So right now I'm in touch with one of the top 3 global asset manager in the world. They have Digital Assets Union. I cannot tell the name because it's under NDA. But basically these guys, they're very big and very kind of very interesting. They have like strategy division of running digital assets like in Boston, and they basically interested in stablecoin kind of banking, what we are doing for the bank or the self-custody. So they're big believers in our mission, and they love a lot of user experience that we're creating and the easiness of using that. So we are working with them in order to basically potentially bring to our customers tokenized treasuries, US treasuries. So that is bring about 4.5% interest right now. So it's a product similar to what Apple did with Goldman Sachs. So in the US, you can basically enjoy like 4.6% or something like that interest if you like stake your money from your Apple card to this saving account, which is like empowered by Goldman Sachs. So we are looking for a similar kind of partnership. That's why I reach out to those folks. And finally, we are building a relationship with, building some people with crypto influencers, or the people with that is covering like running like some fintech newsletters or crypto newsletters as advisors. So we have like many friends in London, like Lexa Cohen, who is running Blueprint Fintech newsletter. So he's potentially can join as advisor. Then the people who former COO, operational director, like in Europe for Revolut and Coinbase. So we're building this advisory board right now, and you will hear like more and more announcements coming. At the same time, also like I'm interviewing like every week some people that want to be like country managers or bring communities. So feel free like drop me a message. You can do this on SaveChain Twitter or my personal Twitter, 0x Bankster. Yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn. I have like 15,000 followers on LinkedIn. Like kind of I myself like kind of influencer as well. So yeah, and we'll be happy to work with you. Like if you also wanna join and help us to develop the community. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for your great and the detailed answer. Thank you, and Hanabi, for your question also. So the next one is Nadia. Hello, Nadia.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. It's been a very interesting space. So my question is, what challenges have you faced while undergoing the project, and what have you done to actually overcome these challenges? Also knowing that more challenges also come in the future, and also, do I need KYC to be able to access the debit card future?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you hear me? Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's start from KYC. Of course, you need KYC. Yeah. So we are like the services that is offering you debit cards without KYC, they are like completely illegal. So just be careful, because like I saw some of the services and they're coming, but basically this means that the regulator is not aware that doing that, and they will be shut down like probably like in a few days or in a few months maximum. So we're here like for the serious long play. We don't want to be like have like like a quick service that is like hype and then like disappear. Yeah. So that's why everything is what we are doing. It's regulated, and since we are based in the US, so it's actually regulated by US regulator. We're gonna open like another entity, like we are looking for the jurisdiction right now. This could be the Singapore or maybe like Zug. So then it will be like second regulation. Anyway, all these jurisdictions, they require KYC for the customer that's using financial products. But if you're using only the wallet, you don't need KYC. Yeah, so like it's basically there is two modes. If you're just opening the wallet and you don't have like in the application the button like to apply for the card or the button to withdraw funds to bank, this will not work. This button will be frozen for you because you don't have KYC. And then if you got a check mark, and you can really like go for KYC, then you get a check mark and your account can verify it, and then you get the full functionality access. But we will make sure that this KYC process is easy for you. So we are for the KYC, we prefer to working with the local providers instead of one global, because the conversion, because the acceptance ratio is much higher. Same with payment service provider. We're not like working like with MoonPay and Transact globally, because in many countries those companies have high rejection rate. So like in Argentina, like MoonPay has 60% rejection, and that's why this is not our partner there. We're working with the local partners. So in terms of challenges, there is as you can imagine, it's kind of complicated product, because it has like it requires partnerships and with financial companies in each country where we go into. Since we're going to bring much more flexibility to the user, so we need to partner with in his country with the best, find the best companies who can do on ramp and KYC for us, and partner with them and get integrated and make sure that everything is compliant. So of course this is like requires a lot of effort, and especially United States, where we are starting from. In the early, it was very difficult to find on-ramp solution, So like Stripe, because all usual traditional way to do on ramps in the United States, and it's to do it for centralized financial institutions. So you need to have like a license, money service business license. Then you need to bring funds. So this creates like a lot of intermediary. So we didn't want to be intermediary in this process. We want the people to be able to top up their accounts directly. And so it was very kind of difficult to find a partner. So like as long as we get the license, like for money service business license, we can become intermediary. But we believe like at this stage, it makes more sense for direct top-ups. Same gonna be in the other countries as well. So we wanna support as direct top-up. And our philosophy is we don't need to be like on the money flow. We don't want. It's not because we don't want to be regulated, no, because we believe that the more control we want to bring more control to users and more flexibility. So for them directly control their fund account and directly basically buy or sell USDC or USDT to top up, withdraw their wallet from the local provider, and they can choose which country they want to do this or what provider to use. So that's why we want to make sure that is the fact that we have the license or in that country or no license will not be a problem or issue, or this license got withdrawn by regulator for some reason or whatever. So this is not like hard the user experience. So we want to bring like really like a kind of stable structure, which is like stable independently on particular regulation changes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Nadia, for your
Thank you.
question.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Good luck to
Okay,
the
so
project.
yeah, bye. Good day. And also the next
Thank
one
you.
is Dexter. Hello, Dexter.
I already asked my question, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, sorry for that. So let's the Believe, I think. Hello, Believe.
Yeah, thank you. My question is it will be possible to hold other coin in SaveChain wallet except USDC stable? And if I hold my stable coin on SaveChain wallet, will you give us some interest against my holding?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we by default we do not support other coins, but the wallet itself, of course, it will be like a normal wallet. So this means you can you'll have capability to move this wallet to another like software. You can move it like use this wallet just in another application, yeah, where you can bring this coin. But it's basically will be the same wallet, but this will be no longer SaveChain wallet. So you will not get like probably gas fees coverage, and you will not have access to our payment integration that we're creating in the card. So if you want to do this like in the SaveChain wallet, which is SaveX, this means it's only stable coins. And there is also like some gas there, which is not in the interface, but it's there. If you go like to Polygon scan or Ether scan, you can see like that this wallet has not only your stable coin, but it has also some a little bit Matic or a little bit the gas that is used for the chain in order to make transactions. As I said, we are not like doing other coins to open this opportunity to top up, withdraw other coins, because as you know, the regulation, particularly in the US, is very unstable. Yeah, so it's right now even the regulator is arguing with Coinbase that is even more like a Matic or like many other coins. They're like securities or not algo. So we don't want to be part of it. So and we don't have like as much funds as Coinbase like to enter all these arguments. Yeah, so that's why we just decided not even like have this capability for users like top up or withdraw these coins. So only stable coins. So but our role is not really like as a crypto wallet. We want to be like a perfect gatekeepers or way to top up, withdraw wallets for like with stable coins, which is usually needed for mass market to send funds, and also like as an entrance for the people who want to top up their accounts on some decentralized exchanges, so they can first top up buy the USDT and top up the SaveChain wallet USDT, and then withdraw this USDT to another wallet where they connect it to like some decentralized exchanges or centralized, and already buy the coin they want. So our role is this kind of gatekeeping, gatekeepers. In terms of like interest product and interest income, it's as I said, of course we want to introduce, since we kind of replicate the structure of traditional bank, and traditional bank they have usually two accounts. They have checking account, and checking account is kind of same as a SaveX on chain, and then they have saving account. For the saving account, we're gonna introduce like basically some interest bearing product, and this can be a decentralized interest product. So as I said, as we do with some asset managers, and introduce centralized treasury account, tokenized US treasuries. US treasuries, these days they're bringing more interest than most reliable DeFi protocols. So they can bring like a 4.5% interest rate, which is like basically beats US inflation, and which is good for most of our customers. We do not plan to provide high yield products, since we are very conservative. We want this to be like, the banks, they don't have, you go to the banks, you've never seen like you interface the products with like 10, 20, 30%. You see like something 0.5%. Our goal is do not compete with their with the guys who offer you like 20, 30% or 80. Our goal is to compete with the banks. So we want to offer you, instead of a 0.5%, we want to offer you an extending product for like maybe 5, maximum 8%. So something which is not very high return, but beats inflation, has a lot of sense from you, like in terms of like saving, at the same time very reliable. So we are working in terms of like partnerships. We are making due diligence, make sure this is like a reputable partner, and this product, the asset where they invested, very reputable. It's okay with basically it's regulated or it doesn't require regulation, and it's reliable. So it's here for us, reliability and kind of instability is more important than high income. But definitely these products will be coming to the interface, and we will to the application, and we'll add them, and looking for the partnerships right now.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying all the details. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Billy, for your question. So, sir, I think we got our 5 winners through this EMA, and also it's time to wrap up this segment. And also, I just wanted to thank you, for detailed answering. So, before wrapping up, do you want to say something like any upcoming plans or any important news you want to share with our community, or any last closing statement?
Yeah, thanks a lot for hosting me. This is like basically where our first AMA asked me anything like in SaveChain, and we're gonna do this like on the regular basis. So and thank you for this opportunity to talk to your community, to the WISE. I will be happy to have you as a customers, and looking for the successful partnership and win-win solutions. So and I hope that so I just want to reiterate the mission of SaveChain. SaveChain is on the mission to bring basically the crypto technology to the masses, to the millions of people who want to do like non-custodial financial institutions with more than 100 million users in many different countries. And hopefully this community will be like in the future because of us, with many new users, which is like never been maybe to crypto. So we'll have many new friends, and we will grow all together. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your precious time to your community. And also, I wanted to thank everyone for having here. And also, people, don't forget to join and follow their all kind of social link, and stay tuned to know more the future update. And also, if you want to make your money from the SaveChain, and sir, best wishes to your project.
Yeah, thank you. And just don't forget to go to SaveChain.com and leave your email address, so we have you on file, and you will get then invites from us as early customers. And for our early customers who will open account and like do some transactions, so we will be offering $5 bonus, and hopefully I believe there will be like more good things coming. So just be there, and you will enjoy being our customer. You can also follow our Twitter and just follow our news. Thank you, and looking forward to working with you and build products for you.
Yes, thank you, sir, and thank you, everyone. Good day. Bye.
Bye bye.